Take a look at this street rod here at Unique, especially in classics. A lot of attention to detail done on this build. Started out life as a 1934 Pontiac, two-door, five-passenger sedan. As you can see, top has been chopped. Has this nice kind of candied wine paint, I guess, if you will. Gray interior, 400 small block V8 underneath the hood. Does have a Phytech fuel injection system on it with fuel pump in the tank. That's paired up with an automatic transmission with overdrive, 204R to be exact. Great looking front end in this car, and you can see the paint shows well. There's a few real small spots where maybe there's been a chip or what have you that's been touched up. The car has been driven. And when we go around the rest of this car, you will see why it has been driven. This would be a fun one. Nicely equipped power steering, power brakes, disc up front, and AC. Does have rack and pinion steering also. If you want to take your time looking through the still pictures, you're going to be able to see the underside of this car, engine bay, interior. Take your time looking through the still pictures. I'll have a little write-up and a list of some of the features that we're going to go through. There'll be a list in those still pictures, so check them out. UniqueClassicCars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description. It's going to take you right there, and of course you can call us, 507-386-1726. Riding on American Racing polished wheels. You can see the paint has a nice shine to it. In the still pictures, you'll be able to see pictures with the windows up. They are tinted, not real heavily, but know your local and state laws as far as the darkness you can have of the tint. There are door poppers on each side of this car, and they're right in front of the rear wheels underneath the floorboards right here. They are working. Bucket seats up front. I did leave the glove box door open. I want to show you they have a CB mic stored in there because it will hook up to a CB that's above the dash and the windshield. And we'll get around to the driver's side. I'll go through that more. The Phytech controllers in there also. But I want to leave that open, so remembered to tell you all about it. So good looking interior too. Some very nice features on this car. See how nice that door closes. Look at the gap and how even that is. These wing windows are power. Side windows, both sides are power. It also has a power sunroof that is functioning. Very nice install. Remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. As you can see, dual exhaust, taillights Frenched in down below, and then a third brake light incorporated into the Pontiac logo up top. Like I said, a lot of cool things about the build of this car. Be a fun show car. Perfect time of the year with Back to the 50s right around the corner in our area, and all the other street rod events coming up this summer. Once again, UniqueClassicCars.com. Take your time looking at the still pictures. Remember, we have an open door policy for third-party inspectors. You want somebody to take a peek at this? Not a problem. You can't make it yourself due to time or distance. If you're into street rods, maybe just old classics, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You never know what you may see come through. Videos are uploaded daily. Sometimes it's late model, high performance cars. Sometimes it's just stock classics. And then of course, these street rods. There's also a key fob with a remote for popping the doors. You don't have to just use the door poppers below the running boards. This right here is a key system. So you can flip that little door open, put the key in there, and that will disengage your poppers. It'll turn them on and off. Obviously, I have them on right now to be able to get in and out of the car. Ford 8-inch rear end. Want to mention that. Hood release. Let's tell you where the hood release is. That is actually incorporated in this front driver's side fender and can be reached, and it'll pop the hood through this area. I'll get to that in just a bit when I pop this hood, show you that. There is a gas door release. As you can see, there's a gas door in the rear of this. I'm going to cheat and reach through the window and open the door. Popper does work on this side too, and once again, it's in the same spot as the passenger side. You can hear it click the door there. All right. Gas door release. It's going to be kind of tough for me to show you this, but there's a little lever right here. You can see the seat belt out of the way. Right here that flips open. That right there will pop your gas door. Sorry it's a little dark to try to be able to show you that, but you can see that that works. Now, one of the things of this build, seat belts, front and rear, both shoulder belts, which is a nice feature. Fit 4 people in this car easily. Maybe you want to take friends with, grandkids with. Battery location, this lower seat portion flips forward. Battery is behind the passenger seat when that seat's flipped forward. This is also a comfortable car to sit in. The way it is set up, legroom, can actually see behind you with the way the mirror setups are. Tilt column, cruise control. Right up here, stereo system is working. Have an outside temperature gauge here, tachometer, of course that CB I mentioned earlier. You're also going to notice a holder for that mic, so if you do have it plugged in, you can put it up here so it's out of the way. Right here, wing windows, driver's side, passenger side, and then power windows and the sunroof, all in these switches here. I'll have the layout on the still pictures in with the list of options and special build features of this car. Of course, vintage AC, video gauges, and I tell you what, let's fire it up. One other thing I want to mention, there is a cigarette lighter down here outlet. This right here will plug into it. It's some interior lighting for shows, and there are also some door supports, I guess if you'd call them that, where you could have the driver and passenger doors open at a car show, and it'll hold them there so the wind won't affect it, they won't close. People can see inside the car, so very nice setup for a show car. Alright, voltmeter working. Looks like the temp gauge is. Obviously speedometer, oil pressure, fuel gauge, electric wipers, and that outside temperature. Nice sounding stereo setup. You can see the seating surfaces, also nice shape. This would be a fun one, folks. Closes easily. Looks good and sounds good. Remember, 400 small block underneath the hood, that Pontiac fuel injection setup. Automatic with overdrive transmission. Power steering, rack and pinion. Power brakes, front disc up front. AC. Now, let me pause this a second. I want to get this hood open so we can check out that engine bay. And stick around to the very end of this video. We're going to take this car for a drive so you can see how it goes down the road. Alright, so I got the hood release pulled, and it's literally right here, just inside this fender. There's a pull. Now, before you close the hood, you want to push it back. And that's just what I did there, so the hood will close properly. So that is right where it is. Just barely reach inside that fender. You can feel it. Mechanical pull. Pops the hood, and here is the beautiful engine bay. Electric fan. A lot of bright work. HEI ignition. Again, power brakes. Nice chrome dress up. And you'll be able to see the engine bay in the still pictures also. Nice setup. Small block, 400. It's a beauty, folks. 1934 Pontiac two-door, 5-passenger sedan that's been street rotted. A lot of attention to detail. Nice build. Call us 507-386-1726, uniqueclassiccars.com. Click on the link down below this video in the description if you're seeing it on YouTube. Remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
Today we're driving a 1934 Pontiac sedan. This would be a street rod. Customized nicely with things like a power sunroof, which I do have the glass showing right now. It is closed for wind noise, but I can see the sky. Very nice acceleration. This is an automatic on the column, which does make it very easy to drive. We have some tiny little wipers for that chopped windshield, and they're working well. Vintage AC does blow cold. Our volt gauge is working, showing 14. The water is about 175 degrees in that engine, and the oil pressure is about 52 psi. Fuel gauge is working, showing almost half a tank. Up top here we have a tachometer that also is working. There's a CB radio here, indicator of the outside temperature, which has 68 degrees Fahrenheit right now, perfect temperature today, and a stereo up above as well, and that's working well. I have not tested the cassette player, but the FM sounds great. This car doesn't lean much at all, takes the corners very well. There's that acceleration again. Very comfortable interior with lots of features. The steering wheel is clocked a little bit to the left. That doesn't affect performance at all. Super easy to drive. I am 6'1" and I fit quite well in this car. You're going to want to take a look at all the pictures at uniqueclassiccars.com.